everything that he tells you, you too can go chairman, right, in 2020. Right? Drop 2020 for me if you're resonating with that goal. If you got it written down on the card, if you're taking it out, if you're speaking life to it, if you're saying it every day, if you're looking at it, right? If you're reading it every single day, drop 2020 for me in the chat, right? He's had a lot of success and you don't want to take this lightly, right? You don't want to take this for granted, right? You never want to take the access that you have to somebody for granted, because the moment it's revoked, right? One of my mentors says, parents, they got to work, I want to say he said 120 days to get that access back, right? So don't take it lightly. Charles, my brother, I love you. I appreciate you. More than words I ever explained. The floor is yours. Drop some C25s in Discord. We need to wake everybody up for my guy, Charles Dyson, aka Mr. Kingdom Cash, C25, his body. Drop C25 in Discord. Let's blow it up. And Charles, the floor is yours, my brother.
Man, love is love, man. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much for the kind introduction. My wife and I feel the same way about you, man. It's deeper than business. It's way past business, but like it's way past business now. You know what I'm saying? It's a brotherhood, and we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for everything that you do for all of us, man. Really appreciate you, and we honor you. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, this right here, like I said, I've been waiting to give you guys this information. I've meditated on this. I've had conversations with people on the team, and they got a little piece of this in one-on-one phone calls, coaching sessions with a few individuals. But this thing right here, I really want a light bulb to turn on for some people on this call. Right? I'm gonna start it off like this. Right? The title of this is The Simplicity of Chairman. I want you guys to write this down. I'm gonna start it off like this. Duplicating behavior is what hitting chairman is all about. This whole training can be summed up in that one sentence. Duplicating behavior is what hitting chairman is all about. All right. Now, I don't want to assume that everybody on this call knows what chairman is. So we're going to run this down real quick. We're going to break this down real quick on the whiteboard. Drop a number 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. All right. I think I see the ones coming in. Perfect. All right. So look. Okay, the first step to going chairman, I need you to get a piece of paper, right? And I need you to write on that piece of paper, right, the numbers 1 to 15. And you can even put today's date on here, okay? I need you to do that, right? Your goal, the first step to chairman is platinum 1,000. How do you go platinum 1,000? You need to fill in these 15 spots with people who have joined the organization as quickly as possible. Okay? And then, here's what you want to do. After you do that, you want to go ahead, right? And you want to move three of those individuals on the left side of your piece of paper to the right side of your piece of paper. And you are a chairman. You want to take 3 out of these 15 people and help them get their own 3 people. You are a platinum 1,000. That's $1,000 a month. How fast can you get people in these spots? That's the question. You determine how fast this happens. Okay? We can give you the tools. And shout out to Jasmina for that phenomenal motivation call earlier today. For real. Because I felt like she was right in the vein of where I'm going to be at today. We could give you everything you need. It means nothing unless you use it. Okay? This is for your 5 reasons why, for your life. Watch this. So how do you get the chairman? Help 7 people fill out this sheet completely as fast as possible. Okay? All right, let's be 7 to 10. Okay? You want to take 7 to 10 people that end up on this sheet and help them make their own sheet and do the same exact thing. That will get you $2,500 a week like clockwork. $2,500 a week like clockwork. Who can get excited about following this simple process? Who really can get excited about doing this? This is chairman. My goal is to make this simple. Because, honest to God, I don't care what nobody says. This is not hard. This is not hard. Nothing I just showed you is hard. But duplicating behavior is what hitting chairman is all about. Right? Watch this. If you master yourself, right, you can hit chairman. But if you can master duplicating yourself, you can write a blank check in network marketing in this company. Okay? Let me give you guys a reminder. I need you to understand what is at stake. Chairman is cute. Chairman is nice. Chairman is not hard as you might be having the mental picture in your mind. It's not hard. And you got to really believe that. But I need you to understand the vision is much bigger. If you can master yourself, you'll hit chairman. If you can master the disciplines of going chairman that I'm about to talk about, you're going to go chairman. It's a foregone conclusion. But if you can master duplicating your behaviors when you're doing the right thing, the behaviors of chairman, if you can duplicate the behaviors of chairman, you're going to get to $25,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month. It's a foregone conclusion. It is an absolute certainty. The idea is to duplicate behavior, right? Chairman is a decision. It is a decision. And before I even move on to my next point, like I always say about this 500 people for chairman, I don't need you focused on 500 people. What I need you to focus on is this right here, these 7 to 10. 7 to 10 people that will do all of this. When you get focused on 7 to 10 people who will do this work, chairman is a foregone conclusion. Is that making sense? Like I was about to say, chairman is a decision. Chairman is a 90 to 120 day non-stop work plan. right? 90 to 120 days. But here's the thing. It's nonstop work. It's nonstop pressure. It's nonstop commitment. You'll look up after 90 to 120 days. And because the belief was there, because the expectation was present, because the work ethic was present, chairman showed up in the physical. But what you'll realize once you hit chairman, what you'll realize is you were a chairman the whole time. Chairman was in you the whole time. It was with you. It was in you. The only difference between where you are now and chairman is believing that you'll do it, believing that it's done, believing that it will take place. And all of y'all know, you've heard me say this over and over again, the belief factor is attached to the work. When you are doing the work, it feels like it's already done. Because the work is evidence that you're actually committed to the goal. It sounds real cute, don't it? Chairman season, $10,000 a month. But when we look at, find a different way to say that, Charles. Let's take an internal view. If you look inward at your own work and production, do you feel like a chairman? Or are your lips just moving? Don't type it in the chat. It's just an internal question, right? You'll know when chairman is done because your behavior will be identical to a chairman. The only difference is their back office says it and yours is going to say it in a few days. If you look at the top 1% of any industry, the top 1% of any industry, they all have similar behaviors. It's no secret. They all do things a certain way. The audio of the month last month was the science of getting rich. It is an exact science. Chairman is an exact science. It's a behavior more than it is a rank. The behaviors produce the dollar amount. So is it the money that you're after, or should it be the behaviors that you're after? If you do the behaviors, the money automatically shows up. That's the revelation I'm trying to get you to understand. If you do the behaviors consistently, the money shows up. So you shouldn't be so focused on the money. What you should be focused on is the behaviors. Because the behaviors lead to the money. I don't know about y'all, but when that light bulb went on for me, I caught it. I heard it said 1,000,000 times at these, you're going to hear it this weekend. I heard it 1,000,000 times at the live events. Chairmans work like chairmans. And it's no secret. The reason why I feel you should be focused on hitting the leaderboard, nobody hits that leaderboard consistently and doesn't hit chairman. You should be shooting to be one of the top 20 people every month in the entire company. Ladies and gentlemen, the bottom person on that is only 20 sponsored people. And here's the thing. The beautiful part about that is it's real simple. The first step to sponsoring 20 people in a month is believing you can sponsor 20 people in a month. You just got to believe that you can. And then it'll happen. Because remember, When I say believe, I need you in your mind to attach action to that word. Believe and action should be synonymous. They're the same word. Action is proof that you believe, right? Duplicating behavior is what chairman is all about. Now, what do I mean? What do I mean? Showing up to the calls is not the only objective, right? Showing up to the calls. If you sponsor those 15 people, your Platinum 600, right? What do you want those 12 to 15 people doing? Honestly, do you want them behaving like you're behaving right now? Think about it. If the answer to that question is no, that's how you know you're not ready to be chairman. If you can be very introspective, if you can look at yourself and be honest, right? And say, if I had a team of 12 to 15 people, would I want them behaving the way I'm behaving right now? You know what adjustments you need to make. Because here's the thing, it doesn't start when the team comes. It starts with you. So that's a massive commitment to what? Showing up to the calls. Why? Not just so you're on the calls, not just so you can grow, but so your team can see your behavior matches what you say. And your team, it's going to be very important that your team views you in a certain light. You want to be viewed as that prominent figure, worthy of being followed. How many of y'all remember the 5 levels of leadership? Level 1 ain't going to do it. Level 2 ain't going to do it. You start at level 3, the production phase. You want to be viewed and seen and heard consistently. You want to work yourself into the leadership community, the leadership panel that meets every Saturday, right? You want your team to see you conducting a motivation call, a just run call, a believe bigger, faster call, right? You want them to see your rank up flyers being dropped. Because sometimes it's not about what you say, sometimes it's about what you do. You want them to view you as worthy of being listened to and followed. But that can only happen if you are showing up consistently and copying what chairmen do, behavior. And that don't, like I said, that doesn't start when the team comes. That starts with you. That starts with you making a commitment to the schedule, to the calls, to the trainings. That starts with you being a product of the product, taking trades. Discipline, Miss Judy. That's absolutely right. I need y'all to understand the behavior is what produces chairman. Duplication of behavior is what produces chairman. So if you look at yourself and you know your behaviors aren't right, that's the identifier. That's what qualifies you. You can say all day long, I'm believing for chairman, I'm believing. But if you're not showing up, that's not an action of belief. Because guess what you're going to want your team to do? Show up. They ain't going to show up if you ain't showing up. They're not going to be committed to the schedule if you're not committed to a schedule. They're not going to speak on a book of the month call if you're not speaking on the book of the month call. They're not going to place value on something you're not placing value on. Does that make sense? If drop a 100 in the chat, if I'm making sense. Am I talking to myself? If you're getting this, this is it. This is it right here. Watch. Chairman activity produces chairman. It's that simple. That's it. That's what every chairman has figured out. Chairman activity produces chairman. It's that simple. They figured out the belief part and then the work part, and then chairman showed up. The belief part and the work part are simultaneous. They go hand in hand. I know you're believing for real when you're doing the work. The results will show. The results will eventually show. It's a foregone conclusion. But here's the thing, it's not just about the activity, it's about the intensity of the activity. Like I said, a real chairman run is 90 to 120 days from the point where you made the real decision to go chairman, when you're really in it, when you're not just doing the minimum, when you're maximizing every single day, 7 days a week, 7 days a week, no days off. When the team schedule becomes just as important as showing up to work on time, when it becomes just as important as everything else in your life, when it becomes a major emergency to make sure that you are doing everything you need to do to advance, that's when chairman gets done. But with intensity. With intensity. Right? Listen. Your goal is to have 7 people that you're going to help get to platinum 1,000. And you want them believing, working, goes hand in hand. You want them believing that they can get chairman as fast as possible. Belief, write this down. Belief is the lightning rod that will move your business forward. Belief is the lightning rod that will move your business forward. Belief is the ingredient that is absolutely necessary to get chairman done. You want your 7 to 10 people running for Platinum 1000, viewing themselves as the next one up. That's why your belief level has to be on point. And I know it's going to be on point if you're showing up to these calls consistently. If you're on the motivation call, even if you're at work missing the motivation call, that's not an excuse not to listen to the recording of the motivation call. It's recorded every single time. You need that belief. You are bombarded with doubt all day long, with other people's problems. Your best friend want to call you with a problem. They're not even in the business, but want to burn up your line talking about all their problems. You better get a backbone and let them know, I don't got time for that no more. You didn't want to go with me. I'm over here. Your best friend should be in the business. Period. You're bombarded with doubt at your job. Everybody at the job complaining about the job. You need to shut up. You don't need to talk. You need to stay in a constant, you need to vibrate on that level of gratefulness. You don't participate in the complaining. You want to remain grateful all the time. You're bombarded with problems when you're talking to your family. So remember the analogy about the song you don't like that comes on the radio. And after 2 weeks of hearing that song over and over, you tapping your foot. It doesn't matter if you don't like it. If you're hearing it, it's working on your belief system. So you need the motivation call. You need the book of the month. You need the audio of the month. Those things are necessary to combat all that negativity that you deal with on a daily basis. The news. If you're watching the news, I strongly encourage you to stop, turn it off. It's not feeding your spirit faith. You're only being fed, your spirit is only being fed one of two things: belief or doubt at all times. So you have to consciously make a decision to constantly feed your faith. And you need 7 to 10 people who are going to make that same commitment. Right? And that's going to be important for them viewing themselves as the next one up. You want them to feel like the next one up. And that's why Paris always talks about being in close communication with the people that you are running with. Me and Paris talk several times a day. Me and Eze talk every day. You need to be in close communication with the runners. Right? Listen to this. I heard it said like this: your team will only do 50% of what you do. There may be a very small, select few, if any, that will meet or exceed your work ethic and produce. Outside of those few that might meet your work ethic, half of what you do. Half. Right? So what does that mean? If it's going to be, it's up to me. That means you need to be on 10 at all times. Your work ethic is going to drive your organization forward. And if they just do half of what you do, what else does that mean? If they just do half of what you do, you still hit chairman with half of their work. It ain't about a lot of people doing a bunch of stuff. It's about a small amount of people doing the consistent things necessary to get chairman done. The small amount of things. A lot of people doing a little bit, chairman. A little bit of people doing a lot of things, chairman. It works both ways. But the real beauty of this business is you don't need a lot of people to actually get it done. You just need a few who are committed for their own 5 reasons why to get it done. Right? Now, here's the thing. The key, I figured this out at the Chairman Mastermind a couple of weeks ago. Shout out to Paris for putting that together. The Chairman Mastermind. I came into that Chairman Mastermind, that Mansion Mastermind, with one goal: to figure out how to duplicate. And what I discovered is the key to duplication is just simply launching people the right way. You think, right, that as soon as you get somebody started, you got to go run and find somebody else. Right? You always want to be in phase 1. Don't get me wrong. You always want to be promoting, prospecting, presenting, bringing new blood into the organization. But if you launch them the right way, if you spend the extra 30 to 45 minutes getting them launched the right way, that might be the difference between them leaving in 30 days and staying for 18 months. Just by having a simple communication, a simple conversation, right? Going over this. 5 steps faster. Actually doing what's on this paper. Do you know that there's people making $100,000 a month because they got their organization committed to reading this piece of paper to every single person that comes into the organization? I need you to think about what I just said. People are making $25,000 a week because when they sign somebody up, they actually go over this paper with them personally. And everybody in the organization does the same thing. What do you know? That's why I call this the simplicity of chairman. It's so simple. Having the conversation with them to get their 5 specific reasons why. I'm going to do an in-depth training on this alone. This exercise is so profound if it's done correctly. Not just letting them write anything on a piece of paper, but really getting specific. A goal is not a goal unless it has a date of completion. I'm going to do this training. The next time I get before you guys, I'm going to do a training on this. How to get somebody's 5 reasons why the correct way. I might make it a Facebook Live. I don't know. But getting their 5 reasons why, spending the time to hammer it down, not just saying I want to quit my job. That's not enough. Getting specific. How much money do you want to make per month in order to leave your job? If you do number 1 correctly, it makes doing number 3 way easier. If you do number 1 correctly, number 3, helping them understand why they got to build a list becomes way easier. Right? But actually taking the time to get them into the paid members group, to help them get their demo account set up, to help them download the Discord app and make sure they're in the communication channels, explaining to them what each communication channel is for, helping them get their demo account set up, their broker account set up, MetaTrader 4 downloaded. All right, helping them download the swipe coin, right? Helping them logging into it, setting up their alerts for the team call, showing them the team schedule, getting them to download it, save the picture to their phone so they know what, they don't have to go looking for the schedule. They got it in their phone. It got the times on it, showing them the different ways that they can get launched. You're doing the personal launch with them, but Jasmina, you need to promote Jasmina's Getting Started call on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 o'clock. Why? Because they need to hear it again. They're not going to remember everything the first time. Actually showing them how to get in the IM Academy, where the training is, what they need to click. All of it. Because you're preparing them for success. You're setting them up to what? To not be lost. How they gonna make money if they don't know what to do? It didn't stop just because you got the commission. The $50 commission ain't where it ends. The residual income is where it's at. So you gotta help them. Right? Getting them build a list. Why should they build a list? Because there are 5 reasons why is why they should build a list. If you get their 5 reasons why, what they're basically telling you is exactly why they will build a list. They won't do it unless they see why it's important. And if you make their own reasons why, the reason why it's important, they'll do it. They will do it. Going over the perfect invite with them. Making sure they're in the Travelpreneurs group so they can use it. We made that process as simple as possible. Listen, just simply add people in this group, make sure you tag them in the 12-minute video, tell them to scroll around, and set up a follow-up time. It only take 12 minutes to watch the video, about 5 minutes to scroll the group. Within 20 minutes, you could be following up. And just let me know, so we can help you do a 3-way. What does that mean? You got to develop the skill of a 3-way call. You want to be a chairman, you got to do what chairmans do. Are chairmans conducting three-way calls? Yes. But I'm scared. I ain't never did it before. Then do it scared. We talk about $2,500 a week. Being scared is not an excuse. It's not a valid excuse. You said you want to be chairman. Do the work then. It's real simple. Book the 4 meetings. Commit to 18 months. Right? I don't got time to go through everything I do with the 5-step fast start, but you guys need to understand how important that is. Just launch them right. Right? This is good. Network marketing is a profession, y'all. It ain't no different than a lawyer, a doctor, a mechanic, right? It's a profession. And if it's a profession, then that means you need to be a professional to make the most money. And chairmen are the top 1% in the company. You want to be the top 1%, guess what? You got to become a professional. You got to treat it like a profession. Professionals are organized. Professionals are on time. Professionals are the most excited. Right? Professionals are the most consistent. Professionals are the most coachable. Professionals are the ones that move with urgency. Professionals are independent, meaning, it doesn't mean don't ask for help. That means they're going to try before they ask for help. Well, where I got to go to get my tickets at? I don't know where the tickets is. Have you tried to log into your back office and find? No, I didn't try yet. Can you just tell me? Can you tell me where I buy my ticket? I don't know. Where's the team schedule? Where's the team schedule? Professionals know where the team schedule is. Professionals know where the links for all the calls are going to be dropped in the announcement section of the Discord channel. Professionals know. Right? They're a little bit independent. Y'all could go look for a schedule, right? You can make sure you're in the right place at the right time. Professionals will set some alarms in their phone. Come on, y'all. Professionals are momentum creators. The first step to being a momentum creator is belief. Once again, here we go, right back to belief. Like I said, if you never sponsor 10 people in the week, maybe you should set the goal every week. And maybe one day it'll happen. If you don't focus on it, it ain't never going to happen. What you focus on will manifest and expand. What you don't focus on, you ain't going to never make $1 million if you don't make it a goal. Right? If you don't set the goal, it ain't never going to happen. So just because you've never done it doesn't mean you can't do it. Write that down. Just because you've never done it doesn't mean you can't do it. I never forget the first time I realized, Christina was the one who saw it. She said, "Hey, we on the leaderboard." I said, "What? Oh, now I got to go number 1. It was never a goal until it happened. It wasn't even on my mind. I wasn't thinking about the leaderboard. I was thinking about chairman, to be honest. But once I saw, oh, I'm on the leaderboard. Well, now I got to be the best. Because now I'm here. I'm on the list. It became a part of my awareness. So if the 10 people in a week isn't a part of your awareness, how many of y'all know that's not going to happen? Because you didn't make it a part of your awareness. You didn't become aware of what it is that you want. And how many of y'all know this? If you do it once, you can do it again. If you shoot for 10 people sponsor every week and you sponsor 3 people a week, are you losing or are you winning? Are you losing or are you winning? If you made a goal to sponsor 10 people a week and you only did 5 a week for 5 weeks straight, did you lose or did you win? If you made a goal to sponsor 10 people a week and then you came close one week, you got 8 people in a week, did you lose or did you win? Excuse me, what's 8 times 50? What's 8 times 50? I think that's 400, right? $400 bonus money. What's 10 times 50? $500 bonus money. Come on, y'all. Make it a part of your awareness and maybe it can happen. I'm telling you, this stuff works. Oh, come on, Javon. Shout out to Javon. Shout out to Javon. And I quote, if you gotta be reminded to do something, you're not ready to be successful, end quote. Mr. Healthy Fits himself, Javon Hutchinson, said that. If you gotta be reminded to do something, you're not ready to be successful. Right? And y'all know I gotta do this. I gotta bring the word into this. Matthew chapter 21, verses 18 through 21. This is so good, man. Right? They walking, Jesus and the disciples are walking, right? They're on their way back to the city, and Jesus was hungry. He saw the fig tree by the road, and he went up to it and found nothing on it but the leaves. And then he said to it, may you never bear fruit again. Right? This translation says, immediately the tree withered. When the disciples saw this, they were amazed. They said, how did the fig tree wither so quickly? And his reply, truly I tell you, if you have faith and do not doubt, stop right there. I caught this when I was reading this the other day. I said, hold up. I never saw it like that before, the way I read it that time. If you have faith and do not doubt, and is a connecting word. Basically, what I caught was this. It is possible to have faith and doubt at the same time. Woo! If you have faith and doubt at the same time, it ain't manifesting nothing. That's what I caught. If you can have faith and doubt at the same exact time. That little thing in the back of your head, you got to get rid of that. It's chairman season. Chairman. You get alone by yourself. Hey, am I really going to do it? There's the doubt. It ain't happening. Certainty is a requirement. You got to know you're going to be a chairman. You got to know it. Faith, it says, if you have faith and do not doubt. So 100% faith has to be present and 0% doubt can't be present. It can't be there. It can't be there. Only faith. Every time when Jesus was on the way to help the guy whose daughter was dying, he got interrupted by the woman with the issue of blood. That happened. And then some people came from the house, right? Some people came from the house, right? And they was like, don't bother him no more. The girl is dead. Immediately, Jesus turned to him and said, what? Only believe. Meaning, have no doubt. Only believe. That's critical. For chairman to really get hit, it's gotta be 100% confirmed here. This is connected to this. This right here, your heart is connected to this. Out of the mouth flows Out of the heart flows the issues of life. Right? It says, as a man thinketh in his heart. Last time I checked, you don't think in your heart. Do you? So obviously there's a connection between this and this. As a man thinks in his heart. What is he saying? As you believe, so are you. Whatever you believe is so. And whatever you believe is going to come out your mouth. That's why you got to watch what you let into your eye gate, your ear gate, and your mouth gate. It's all connected, y'all. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. This thing is simple. If you get the spiritual side right, the physical side is already a foregone conclusion. That's all I'm saying to you. If you get your mental right, if you get your heart right, if you get your believing right, then the work ethic is going to take place. Here's the 5 keys to chairman. Write this down. 5 keys. Number 1, personal production. Personal production has to be there. Like I said, it's not only about signing people up. You got to launch them the right way. But also, you want your team to see you in that production light. So they will believe that they can do the producing too. You don't want to be a slave driver. Why y'all moving so slow? Ain't nobody sponsoring nobody. What y'all doing? Where the people at? How many people you got confirmed for the 3-way? Huh? Where's everybody at? You don't really believe? Nah. They see right through that. They're going to look right back at you and be like, well, where you people at? Right? Where is your prospects? Where they at? Where are they? So you got to lead by example. Production. That's the 3rd level of leadership. You got to produce. Right? And guess what? Like I said, they will do 50% of what you do. Keyword, do. So you got to be doing. Right? Number 2, I call this patient aggression. I love this term. Patient aggression. Right? And here's the definition. Doing the work with massive faith until it works consistently. Right? Patient aggression. Doing the work with massive faith until it works consistently. Right? That's number 2. Number 3, teach others how to produce. Chairman's train, y'all. It don't start when you get on the Just Run call. It don't start when you get on the Believe Bigger Faster call. It starts now. It starts when you sponsor one person on the team. You start training right then. You become a trainer when you got somebody on your team. What do you tell them? Not what you want to tell them. You tell them what you've been trained. Duplication. You start teaching them the thing you did to sponsor somebody. Duplicate yourself. Once you sponsor one person, you're qualified to go chairman. You did it once, you can do it an infinity amount of times after that. It's just doing the same thing over and over again. That's it. Until you find some people that want to do it with you. Patient aggression. Doing the work with massive faith until it works consistently. Number 3, teach others how to produce. You become a teacher as soon as you sponsor somebody. And what do you teach them? Exactly what you've been taught. Pull your notes out, right? Teach them something. Excuse me. You taking notes on the motivation call. Take those notes. This is the fourth one. Transfer belief. So what you do is you take those notes and you start transferring that belief to the people in your organization immediately. You start transferring belief into the people that are in your organization immediately. Full faith, 100% faith, no doubt. Everybody, I know, whoever I sponsor, I know I have what they need to change their life. All they got to do is listen to me. You got to know the same thing. You have the information that can help them change their life. All they got to do is listen to you. Because what do I always say? This ain't my information. This ain't Paris information. This information is worth $1.8 million a month, minimum. Why? How do I know that? Because somebody's doing it right now. The guy that we learned this stuff from, the people that we are learning this stuff from are making 8 figures a month. 8 figures a year. 7 figures a month from this exact information. So yeah, you can say with confidence, I have the information that can change anybody's life. You need to be transferring that belief constantly. Whenever you have a conversation with somebody, who's going to be the dominant influence, you or them? If you got somebody on your team that's going through something in their life, what are you going to do? You going to agree with them? You going to wallow with them on the phone? Or are you going to transfer some belief? That's why you got to be on that high vibration all the time. You got to vibrate higher. And the last but not least, 5 keys to going chairman. You got personal production, patient aggression, teach others how to produce, transfer belief, and this last one, speak to the person's potential, not who they are today. Speak to their potential. Don't speak to who they are today. They have the ability to grow. Everybody does. So whatever they're doing in the present, don't judge them based off that. Judge them based on what they could do. It's some people who didn't do nothing in the business for 2-3 years. All of a sudden, they're chairman. Chairman is a decision. And that decision can be made the day they join. That decision can be made 2 weeks from the day they join. That decision can be made 90 days from the day they join. That decision can be made 6 months, a year from the day they join. You don't know, and you don't get to determine that. Your job is to simply transfer belief and speak to their potential. Entrepreneurship is a marathon without a finish line. That's all this is. This is a marathon without a finish line. There's always another level. There's always another level. It doesn't ever stop. It doesn't stop. And you got to be okay with that. You got to make the decision that's okay with me. No matter how long it takes, whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. This, what you got to do is understand that this is a lifestyle. Chairman is a lifestyle. It's not a rank. And the sooner you adapt yourself to the lifestyle of a chairman, chairman will show up. It has to become important. You got to answer this question. Are you really up for what it means to be a chairman? Do you really want to do the work? Right? And I'm glad y'all not dropping it in the chat, because I want you to answer this for yourself. Do you really want to do the work? And if you do, then stop playing with this and just do it. Stop playing with it. Stop talking to 2 people a day. Stop talking to no people a day. Stop just showing up to the calls to be excited and actually have some people coming to the calls with you. Do you really want this? Because this is a lifestyle that has no finish line. We do this until. I hope this thing lasts 80 years, because guess what? I'm going to be on stage at 72, still teaching this stuff. I'd rather do this for 40 years than work a job for 40 years. I'd much rather do this. This is way more fun. right? So here's another revelation, and then I'm done. This opportunity is great for everybody, but the level of commitment is different from person to person, which is why results vary. That's it. The opportunity is great for everybody, but the results vary from person to person. That's it. The people who make the major commitment and sacrifice win the biggest and the fastest. The people who make the major commitment and sacrifice, because it is going to be a sacrifice of something. Sacrifice of time somewhere. You ain't got time for TV. You ain't got time for your favorite show. You ain't got time for them old friends that ain't doing nothing with you but wasting time. Right? We can ha-ha and kiki it up at the event. We ain't got to ha-ha kiki it up on the steps, on the corner, in the house, at the playground with our children playing together. They ain't making us no money. Our children can play together on the beach in Cabo. Let's make some money and get there. But the sacrifice comes with a major reward. The sacrifice comes with a major reward. So the people who make the major commitment and sacrifice win the biggest and the fastest. Ladies and gentlemen, what I just explained to you is the simplicity of chairman. It's just duplication of behavior. You just got to make the decision to do the behaviors. If you do the behaviors, the results are a foregone conclusion. This don't have to take long. And honest to God, it don't even have to take 90 days. It's people on this platform who hit Chairman 25 in 5 weeks. How did they do it? They just made the decision. That's all. And they spoke. This is a major one. They spoke to people with extreme belief. Ain't no, well, if you have time to take a look at the video. No, listen, you're going to be sorry if you don't take advantage of this opportunity. I ain't playing with this. Speak to people exactly how it is. Look, we've been friends a long time. I ain't got time to sugarcoat nothing for you. I'm going to another level. You coming or no? Don't say I switched up. I'm letting you know I'm switching up. I'm about to grow. I'm about to change. And I ain't gonna have time for the stuff that we used to do. Either you're coming with me or you're not. Because this money being made. We was broke friends. It's time for us to be rich friends. The conversation is that simple. You had that conversation with enough people. Here's the thing. Here's the beauty of it. If you have the conversation with your 10 closest friends at the same time, and 2 of them get started, what you think the other 8 gonna think? Oh, they ain't leaving me behind. I'm coming too. Behavior. Belief. Transfer it. Simple stuff. Simple stuff. So that's my time. I'm done. It's up. It's up and it's stuck, and it's up for whoever got stuck to us. It's that simple. Better get stuck to us, because I'm telling you, this thing works for those who work it. It's that simple. It's that simple. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am super excited for this weekend. I am so happy and grateful for each and every one of you. I hope that you got something from this. I hope you take this and run with it.